we do a lot of things in the county. We're a countywide organization. Our mission is promoting neighborhood stabilization, community revitalization, and economic development through projects and partnerships that positively impact Chicago County and its residents. We have a lot of things such as home repair assistance, where we can provide funds to landlords, owner-occupants to either fix up their home with lead remediation, address code issues, health and safety in the properties, well and septic upgrades. We do partner with the county on that as well. And we have a municipal focus, so a municipality focus. So we'll apply for funds on behalf of, say, the Village of Brockton or Celeron or Lakewood or things like that. Work with them, and we get contractors to go in and fix up people's properties. Typically, our programs target about 80% median income, and I know Myra will bring that up as well for the home ownership side. Economic development projects. We do a lot of historic preservation. Main Street redevelopment, we do Sherman, Main Street, we redid the buildings on that one. We're going to be taking care of a couple of buildings in Brockton. Always looking to try to improve Main Streets when we can. We did a historic preservation project with the city of Dunkirk, the Dunkirk Lighthouse. We restored that property. Silver Creek Senior Center, we did some significant upgrades to there, so we're trying to do a lot in a lot of different areas throughout the county. We do provide loans for housing renovation. It's a small area that we currently are doing. Typically it's been for landlords, especially in the cities of Jamestown and Dunkirk, where that's the bulk of our rehab projects take place. We're finishing up a lead Safe County grant, which allows us again to bring to address all lead hazards in the homes, and it's targeted for mostly landlords. And about 70% of our units get completed in the city of Jamestown. Let's see, with that, we also have a very strong home ownership education and counseling program, and I will let Myra certainly take it from here. So.
Good afternoon. Like he said, my name is Myra Alvarado. I'm the Homeownership Program Manager, Counselor, Educator, and I do a little bit of everything within the agency since I am the only Spanish-speaking staff member. So I work through every single program in the agency. And here is the information on where we can be contacted. My program is the homeownership or first-time home buyers program, and it is designed to educate or to prepare possible first-time home buyers through the process of purchasing a home. Within the program, we help the first-time buyers to overcome any obstacles or barriers that will stop them from becoming a first-time home buyer. And how we do that, we provide a class or a workshop, anytime you want, any way you want to call it. Within the program, we complete an assessment on how ready the participant is, if they want to stay as a tenant or they want to become a homeowner. Based on that assessment, we either recommend the participant to go through the class first or to start the process based on that assessment. If they're almost ready to go, we will access the client's credit report, complete an assessment on the requirements from the lender. That will be capital, how much money they have available, capacity, what is their income. They need to have a fixed income for the last 24 months to be eligible for a mortgage loan. Character or credit, how do you pay your tax? And based on that, then the lender will look at the last requirement that will be after they find the house that they want to buy. That will be collateral, the value of the house. Within the program, we also determined how much they can afford for a mortgage. Within the assessment, we collect income information, credit report, financial statements if we need to, household composition to see if they will be eligible for any grants available, if we have any. If they're not ready, then we start the process. Budget counseling. If they don't have any assets available, we put a plan together. This is a teamwork between the participant and the counselor, in this case will be me. And together we put a plan together. How much do you need to save? How are you going to be able to save that money if they need to cut unnecessary expenses or adjust their expenses? We look at the credit report. If they have any negative credit issues showing on the credit report, we will put a plan together on how to prepare those credit issues so they can go meet with the lender, because credit is a very important factor on buying a house. Within the classes, we also introduce them to a home buying team. Who are they going to be working with? They're going to be working with the counselor, they're going to be working with the real estate agent, with the professional home inspector, an appraiser, the lender, an attorney, and those are the professionals that they are going to be meeting one-on-one. There are going to be other professionals behind curtains that they don't need to meet, or they don't usually meet with them one-on-one. Once they're ready and they know what each professional role is within the transaction, then they will be informed or educated on how to look for the house that they want to buy, how to compare prices, how to compare amenities within houses, how to compare neighborhood, what do they want, what do they need, so they can do their own inspection and start the process. Once they find the house that they want to buy, we cannot tell clients, okay, you have to buy in this neighborhood, or you have to buy this house, or you have to buy here. No, we provide options, they make the decision. Any decision they make, we will support them 100%. If we see that it is not the right decision for them, we will provide other options so they can compare what they can afford and what they can get. Once they are ready, find the house that they want to buy, then they go meet with the lender to apply for the mortgage loan, because if they don't have the cash on hand, they will have to finance the mortgage. If the mortgage is approved, then they are educated on what is the closing, what is the process, what is going to be expected at closing. And closing is the final step where the previous owner transferred title of the property to the new owner. And if they are income eligible to receive any grants for down payment and closing costs, at that point, when they finally are approved for the mortgage and receive the commitment letter, that's when we release the funds to be used for closing costs. We also provide information about fair housing, what are their rights as a consumer, and life of a homeowner, what to expect after they become homeowner, how to maintain the house, how to prevent foreclosure, and how to adapt to a new budget, because becoming a homeowner and being a renter is similar, but there's some difference that they have to readjust their budget. The program itself is delivered in both languages, English and Spanish, and we bring the services to Jamestown, Dunkirk, and Mabel. Mabel is where our main office is located. We also try to accommodate different work shifts, like weekends, evenings, and sometimes I have to accommodate the needs of the participant. For example, I know that I have worked with some clients of yours, and I can meet with them in Jamestown or if they need to complete the educational portion and they are not able to be in a group setting, I can meet with them one-on-one as long as I need to until they can comprehend what the process is. And I travel all over the county, so that's not going to be a problem with me. We also provide the education and the certification online. For the program itself, if they go through the counseling process, there is no charge. It's free of charge. The only fee is to attend the classes, because there are some expenses related with the class delivery, like transportation. If I come to Jamestown, because our main office is in Mabel, educational material, we provide a manual that we have to buy to provide it to the participants, mailing, marketing. So those are expenses not related with the counseling itself. It's just to deliver the educational program. The program itself is open to the public in general, regardless of income. But if the participant is applying for a grant, that will be tied to income, and it's usually 80% of the median income. And because that changes in a yearly basis, I didn't bring the income guidelines. But if you have a client, they can contact me, and I will need the client's income to determine income eligibility. Down payment closing cost assistance, again, is based on the client's income and location. Right now, we have a partnership with the City of Dunkirk that we can provide up to $3,000 for down payment and closing cost. 80% income median. The property must be located within the Dunkirk city limits, and they have to qualify for an affordable mortgage loan. We are trying to bring or copy the same program in the city of Jamestown. We are working with the city of Jamestown, and hopefully we will have some good news in the future.
Exactly.
We also work in partnership with the Federal Home Loan Bank of New York. They have a program available. It is called the First Home Club. It is like a systematic savings account. For every dollar that they save, they can get $4 in return. The goal is for the participant or the buyer to save up $1,875 and get in return $7,500. So they're going to end up with $9,375. And if they buy in the city of Dunkirk, they can get up over $10,000. We can combine both grants. Now, the First Home Club, you have all the information about the programs in the packet that I gave you. The First Home Club, it is our understanding, and we just were informed last week that it could be terminated. But they're trying to replace it with another grant, down payment closing cost assistance. We don't have the details yet because we have to attend a training, and when the training was available, we were attending another training in Ohio, so we don't have the details about the new program yet. But as soon as we have all the information, we're going to be providing you with all the information about the new program.
We believe it'll be a little bit even more generous, still, about $14,000 for closing costs and down payment assistance. So we just need to know all about the details. So.
And we're going to be teaching the homeownership classes in Jamestown. It's going to be Saturday, April 27, and the class schedule is included in the packet. And it's going to be, we work in partnership with the Renaissance Center, so they allow us to use their facility to bring the services to the community. This is the class schedule. The one in Jamestown is going to be Saturday, April 27, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We bring different speakers or professionals to do presentations so they can become familiar with all the professionals involved, like lenders, real estate agents, home inspectors, homeowners insurance agents, and so they can become familiar. We're gonna provide one in Spanish. It's gonna be in Dunkirk, and it's gonna be on Saturday, March 23rd, again from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then we're gonna provide an evening class. It's gonna be in Mabel on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from May 14 through May 16. That's to accommodate people who cannot make it to the Saturday classes. And again, all services are provided in English and Spanish. That's not an issue for the agency to bring services to you. And the best way to contact me is through email, and I gave you my business card. I'm not in the office all the time, so if you call or if one of your clients call and I don't pick up the phone or I don't return the call right away, please let them be aware that I will get in contact with them as soon as I can. Again, I'm not in the office all the time. I travel all over the county, and we have to attend trainings every now and then. But as soon as, if I look at my emails and I have a message, I try to return the email as soon as I can, since I can have access to my emails from home, from my phone.
One of the programs too that I wanted to bring up, in case it might offer you and your clients, would be we have an acquisition rehab resale program where we actually have a portfolio of homes that we work typically with the Chautauqua County Land Bank on, acquire them, fix them up with grant funds, and then sell them to the first-time home buyers or low to moderate income individuals. Currently, I have 3 projects in Jamestown that I'm working on that will hopefully be completed by June. 179 Linwood, 49 Linwood, and 310 Price Street. And I'll have 2 projects that we've just recently acquired in the city of Dunkirk, 83 West Doty and 244 Franklin, which will all be rehabbed in their entirety, brought up to code, and then sold. And again, for those projects, because we've worked with the city of Jamestown and the city of Dunkirk, there is an 80% median income threshold, again, based on the size of the household. So if 4 people go into the house, typically, that's around, I believe, $46,000 or $48,000, the total gross income. We'll probably be finding out around April the new income guidelines, but as of right now, that's what we have to work with. A lot of times, our tenants, because we do have a small rental portfolio, our tenants, we try to work with them first to see if they become eligible, but it is open to whomever is interested. So.
And people interested in buying those properties, they have to go through the program so we can make sure that they can afford the mortgage payment and that they are ready to be homeowners.
Exactly.
Because not everyone can be a homeowner.
Correct. And in some of the documents that you were provided, you can see the before and after of what the houses, what they look like. They're definitely not the nicest when we acquire them, but afterwards we make them a safe, affordable place for people to live. So.
Also, because we have a rehab program, we are always looking for new contractors to become partners. So Christine, the administrative assistant, she was so kind to give me some applications on how to become partners, contractors to become partners. So I'm going to leave these applications here. If you know of any contractor that would like to partner with us or become one of our contractors, please provide an application.
And even if they're interested in possibly just beginning to work, our contractors that we currently have, our pool, would I'm sure be interested in getting additional people. So it's always something that's very important. So keep our contractor pool as big as we can. And then also just one other thing too that we're planning on doing, we're doing a golf tournament. So I just wanted to leave some information with you all there. If you know people that are interested, we'd certainly love to have you. So that is July 27th. It's a Saturday. So.
Any questions?
The first step is to contact you, Myra, or is to take the class?
To contact me.
Okay.
Yes, the first step is to contact me. That way I can, depending on their financial situation, I can set up a meeting right away to complete the assessment. And if they're just looking for information, they can go to the class, complete the class first to make that final decision. Okay, do I want to become a homeowner? Do I want to go through the entire process? Or I just want to stay as a renter for the rest of my life? Or I'm not ready yet. So depending, yes, the first step is to contact me. And again, if they're from Jamestown, if they're unable to meet with me in the Mabel office, I can make accommodations to meet with them in Jamestown. Any other questions?
One of the nice things too about the program is there's research that says if clients go through this home ownership counseling and training, they're 40% less likely to default on their mortgage within the first 2 years. So people who go through this, it is beneficial to them to understand what it means to be a homeowner, as well as be better off for lenders and things down the line, better clients. So at the end of all of this, Myra gives them a certificate that they can take that they've completed this training, and that really helps in also getting them
An inspection.
yes.
Our partners will, most of them are willing to make a discount if they show that they have gone through the program and they show the certificate. Sometimes they get a lower interest rate, a discount on the home inspection, a discount on the homeowner's insurance, a discount from the real estate agent, and they will be more willing to work with them if they show the certificate. And again, the certificate can be completed or obtained through a group class or online.
And either way, they'll still have to meet with Myra at the end of
Yes.
it for that one-on-one counseling, just to make sure that they're ready to button everything up. So. Any other questions?
And we want to thank you for inviting us to bring this information to you. And again, if you know anyone who can benefit from the program, feel free to refer that person to us, and we will do whatever we can to provide services.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is very informative.
Appreciate it.